The Moon Lantern's Secret. In a quiet village cradled between jade-green mountains and a silver river, there lived a kind-hearted boy named Liang. His home was a small wooden house with a curved rooftop, shaded by ancient willow trees that whispered secrets to the wind. Liang spent his days helping his grandmother, a wise elder known for her storytelling and kindness. She always told him, "A patient heart is like a steady river. It finds its way even when the path is unseen." But Liang's favorite time of year was the Mid-Autumn Festival, when the entire village shimmered with the golden glow of lanterns. The sky became a sea of floating lights, each one carrying a wish to the heavens. One evening, as the festival approached, Liang's grandmother handed him a lantern unlike any he had seen before. It was shaped like a crescent moon, crafted from delicate silk that shimmered even in the dim candlelight. The moment Liang touched it, he felt a quiet warmth, as if the lantern held a secret. "This is a special lantern," his grandmother said, her voice as soft as the rustling bamboo. "It does not need fire to glow, for it carries the light of the moon itself. But remember, Liang, true wisdom is not found in rushing. Let the secret of the lantern reveal itself in time." Liang cradled the lantern in his hands and bowed his head. "I will be patient, grandmother." That night, as the full moon cast its silver light upon the village, the festival began. Laughter and music danced through the streets as families gathered to feast on mooncakes, sip sweet tea, and release glowing lanterns into the sky. Liang walked through the village, his moon lantern glowing softly in his hands. He wondered about its secret. Was there a hidden message inside? Would it lead him to something special? As he wandered to the river's edge, a sudden gust of wind curled through the air. Before he could tighten his grip, the lantern lifted from his hands. It floated upward, higher and higher, drifting past the treetops, over the rooftops, beyond the mountains. The villagers gasped as they watched the lantern ascend like a tiny moon rising into the night. Liang took a deep breath, remembering his grandmother's words, "Let the secret reveal itself in time." Instead of chasing after it, he sat by the river, watching the ripples dance under the moonlight. He felt no sadness, only curiosity and trust. Days passed, then weeks. The festival's joy faded into daily life, and still Liang thought of his lantern. Where had it gone? Would he ever see it again? One evening, as he walked along the river, he noticed something unusual. The wind, which usually hummed gently through the bamboo, carried a different sound, a whisper. "Come, come," it murmured, like the rustling of autumn leaves. Liang followed the whisper along the riverbank, stepping over smooth stones, past glowing fireflies and sleeping lotus flowers. The silver moon hung high, bathing everything in a quiet glow. Then, as he rounded a bend, he saw it. Floating above the water was his moon lantern, glowing even brighter than before. But now it was not alone. A magnificent white dragon rose from the misty river, its long, shimmering body curling like the clouds. Its scales glowed like pearls, and its eyes held the wisdom of 1,000 moons. "You have waited patiently, little one," the dragon spoke, its voice like the rustle of wind through bamboo. "Your lantern was never lost. It was guiding you to me." Liang bowed deeply, his heart steady. "But why me?" "Because you listen," the dragon said, "and those who listen will hear the whispers of wisdom." The dragon lifted a single silver scale from its chest and placed it in Liang's hands. The scale shimmered with a soft, golden glow, warm against his palm. This is a gift from the moon goddess, the dragon continued. Keep it close to your heart, and you will always find light, even in the darkest of nights. With those words, the dragon's body dissolved into the moonlight, fading into the mist as if it had never been there. The river was still once more, the only sound being the soft lapping of water against the stones. Liang held the silver scale to his heart. He felt no sadness at the dragon's departure, only a deep sense of peace. He returned home, where his grandmother sat by the window, gazing at the moon. He placed the silver scale into her hands, and she smiled, her wise eyes twinkling. "Ah, Liang," she whispered, "the moon has blessed you, and now you understand. Patience is the path to true wisdom." From that night on, Liang never feared the unknown. Whenever life grew difficult, he held the silver scale and listened to the wind, the water, the stars, and in their whispers he always found his way. And so, under the moonlit sky, as the river hummed a lullaby, Liang's village slept in peace, dreaming of glowing lanterns and dragons hidden in the mist. The end.